I've had a few people ask if I could share my thoughts on the throttle lock I'm using on my bike, which is the Atlas throttle lock. And I also had someone comment that they'd like to see me come down to Burrum Beat, which is this lake you see behind me right here, as they used to live in the area and would like to see it once again. So today I thought I'd shoot my video from Lake Burrum Beat and tell you about my throttle lock and talk about throttle locks in general. So what do I think of the throttle lock? In particular this Atlas throttle lock that I've got right down here. Well, I've had it on for quite a while, probably a good 12 months, and I did have a quick look on the website to see how much they're selling for now, and they're around $200 Australian. Now I can't remember if that's exactly what I paid for it, but would have been thereabouts plus shipping. And yeah, it's a tidy little unit. You know, it's sort of pretty well out of the way. You've got your on-off button, a button to set it and a button to release it, and it works as advertised. Now, would I buy this unit again after having owned it for 12 months and used it for 12 months? And the answer to that question is no, I wouldn't buy this again. There is a couple of other options I'd look at if you're looking for a throttle lock as such, and the reason why I wouldn't buy this unit again is because I've learnt I'm just not a fan of throttle locks, basically. I rarely use it. It's just, I find that if I want to give my hand a rest when I'm on the highway for a while, turning this on and setting it, like it's not like cruise control where you just set your speed and forget it. This will just lock your throttle in the position it's in, and that's it. And so you're riding along, say at 100 kilometres an hour or 60 miles an hour, and I press the button, turn it on, hit a slight hill, well, then it slows down to 95, go downhill, it speeds up to 105, 110, and so I find myself constantly adjusting the throttle as I'm riding to try and keep it at the speed I'd like to keep it at. And I sort of think, well, if I'm adjusting it all the time anyway, why not just hang on to the throttle and ride? And that's what I end up doing. I just find it gets a bit sort of annoying constantly having to adjust. And you can do that, like once you lock it on, then you can at any time just grip the throttle and twist it and override the lock. It doesn't release, it just lets you adjust your throttle position. And so yeah, it works as intended. There's nothing wrong with it, and you know, it's well made and it's a good quality piece of kit. But there are, I think, other options that you should look at first before investing in this one. Now, I did try years ago the palm rest option, where you have a little palm rest on the end of your handlebars, and you just rest your palm on it and to hold your speed. And that thing drove me crazy. I just found it so annoying. It lasted one day, I think, before it was taken off and never put back on the bike again. But there is another one that I would go for if you're thinking about a throttle lock, and it's one which is like a lever that just fits onto your handlebar here, and you just rotate it forward with your finger onto your brake lever, and it just holds your throttle in position that way. And I did see on Amazon or eBay, I'll show you the page and put the link in the description below. They're about $14.95 Australian, and that's definitely the way I would go, because like at the end of the day, a throttle lock is just that, a throttle lock, and all you want to do is just hold your throttle in one position. So why spend $200 plus for this unit when you can just buy this other much simpler unit for around $15 and achieve the same outcome? So if I was doing it again, that's what I would do. I would buy that unit, and I'd recommend you try that first, because you may find that throttle locks just aren't for you. On my Vaquero, I had cruise control, and to be honest, I rarely used it. And I think that's because on the Vaquero, the grips are much wider, and where this grip is, on a 7/8 inch bar, on the Vaquero it's a 1 inch bar, and the grips, I find, I've got a larger hand, these are large gloves, and these grips are just too small, so my fingers sort of curl over and they get tired after a while. But on the wider grips, they're sort of more in that position, and it's much more comfortable, and my hands get less tired. So I found that even though the Vaquero had cruise control, and you set your speed and forget, I didn't use it. It was just so comfortable just resting my hand on the grip. I didn't need to use the cruise control. That's the other thing I will do on maybe this bike or the next bike, is put wider grips, thicker grips on it. And in the case of this bike where it's got no cruise control, I think I'll leave it on, obviously, because I've paid the money for it, and if I need to lock my throttle I can. But I really don't think this bike needs it as such. I think that'd be a better way for me to go, is just to put a thicker grip, like even those grip puppies. Or I actually like the barrel grips that bulge in the centre. I'd like to try some of them on a bike. I reckon they'd be pretty comfortable. I was hoping to keep going around through here, but looks like she's all locked up. I wonder if I can get up through around here. No through there. I was talking to a farmer before on the way out here, and he was saying you could ride past this gate here maybe. He said, well, you could walk past, and I said, could you get a bike past? And he said, maybe. But looking at this gate, I don't think if I had a little mishap, I'm going to have to come wide of this. I reckon the bike tyre would be around about here, and might be asking for trouble, so I'll skip that. So anyway, back to the throttle lock. Yeah, it's a good unit, and it works as advertised. So just press it on to lock it on and click it off to lock it off. I did find that originally this was a bit spongy just to push it on, but it seems to have settled down. There's a little screw here you can adjust to adjust the pressure. But yeah, it works well. It certainly locks the throttle. But I think for $200, I would definitely try the little lever one that just clips onto your bars like so, and I'll show you again the image. I'd try that first, and I reckon that would do most people's, will fit most people's needs, be suitable for most people's needs. Now you can see here mine's got a bit of texture on the throttle here, but I have heard that some grips it can slip, so it would be a bit of hit and miss to see how it works on your bike. There may be a situation where your grip might be too slippery for that lever one, so just keep that in mind. But at $15 it's worth a try, I reckon. And then if you find that you're a fan of throttle locks, then you look at perhaps buying something like this. And also those palm rests that hang off here, you know, give that a go if you like. I have seen quite a few bikes with them fitted on. For some people, they don't mind them at all, and they're quite fine. But me personally, it drove me crazy having something sitting on there. So, all right, well, I think that's it. Try the $15 option first. It's certainly, this is a well-built unit, and it works as advertised. But at the end of the day, it's just a throttle lock. It's no replacement for cruise control. And if you're just going to have a throttle lock, then try the $15 option first. Thanks very much for watching this video, and as always, thanks for supporting the channel. And hopefully I can get to see all of you again in the next one. Bye for now.